In the 1800s, people began to move west beyond the Mississippi into the Great Plains region. People here began to farm the new land. The soil, though, had to be tilled before seeding. But there was a problem. The soil in these prairies was heavier and stickier than the soil in the east, and it was hard to cut through the thick root system of the prairie grass. It took a heavy plow powered by up to 8 yoke of oxen to break through the roots. The heavy soil stuck to the wooden moldboard of the plow, and farmers had to stop to scrape it off, which made work very slow. It took 96 hours to till just 1 acre of land with a spade, and 24 hours with a plow. It was clear that traditional plows were not effective. But there was a solution. Farmers found that high-grade steel would scour in heavy soil. In 1833, Illinois blacksmith John Lane attached 3 pieces of an old saw blade to a plow, 2 to the moldboard and 1 to the share, but he did not apply for a patent. 4 years later, in 1837, is when another Illinois blacksmith, John Deere, developed his steel plow. While visiting a sawmill, Deere saw a broken saw blade. He asked if he could have it. Back in his shop, Deere chiseled off the teeth and used it to make a plow. It used the blade, which was polished from use at the sawmill, for the share, and smooth wrought iron for the moldboard, which also had a new shape to better turn over the soil. Deere's plow worked better than any previous. With his steel plow, it took only 5 to 8 hours to till an acre of land, as compared to 24 with a wooden plow. By 1839, Deere had produced 10 more plows. He sold them for $10 to $12 each, which is equivalent to about $220 to $270 today, a considerable purchase for that time. In 1840, he produced 40 plows. In 1841, 75. In 1842, 100. And in 1843, 400 plows. Though Deere did make a great plow, it was not a new idea. Almost 50 years earlier, in the 1780s, Thomas Jefferson observed that the French were also having trouble getting their wooden plows to scour. He suggested that the moldboard should be made of cast iron and needed to turn over the soil as it was being lifted. John Deere, though, was the first to mass-produce these steel plows, making them available to everyone. The steel plow drastically decreased the amount of time farmers had to spend tilling, which allowed farmers to work more land and produce more crops, which was needed for the growing population. John Deere's invention turned the almost unworkable western plains into a thriving farmland.